What up, Paintball World? Paintball World. We are here. We are back. This is your guy, the Lone Wolf Paintball Podcast. Yes, I have said it. Is I'm here. Got my guy Blank finally on, man. This is my brother. Me and him, we was on the same team together, and this dude is great, man. I've been rocking with him. He rocking with me. It's a crazy story we got, but tonight's topic is moving forward. But before we get started, hey Blank, just explain to me, bro, what what made you take that name? What does name go by? Blank. What does it stand by?
Well, from what I understand, it was the name given to me like during my time in Terra Killers. Although I'm still a part of Terra Killers, but they gave me the name, and I'm convinced it's because of the fact that I have motor tics, and I always have like for my whole life. Something I can't really control, but they always told me it's because on the field, like you see me and then you blink and I'm gone, and I'm probably somewhere to the side of you or right behind you. And then you blink and I'm gone, and
Wow. Because I know there was time where you took out a lot of people, bro. I mean, I
oh
have
yeah, you
sat
too.
side by side. Yeah, I have, but you were like my second in command guy when it came to killing on the field. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the fact that you was calling out things, the fact that you knew what you had to do in order to win, to survive, to get that name. I'm gonna say,
Yep, I did earn the name.
and but it's just a blessing, man, to have you beside me, at that given time. And I'm still trying to get you aside. Hopefully you join. When it's okay. Shout out to my brothers. When it's okay, man. Love all my guys, all chapters, man. Love y'all guys. But but yeah, man. Hopefully you join the brotherhood, man, and go from there.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
During my time, like I would definitely have to say, like you said to me, the feeling's mutual. You're like a brother to me on the field as well, and we work together like a fucking team. Like I don't really know how to describe it.
Yeah. And we've been in countless wars together. We've been in situations where a 2-man team, 4-man team, 6-man team, and we've been there. Like we've been there, we've done that.
And 12, because remember at Ion when we got ambushed?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that was a crazy one.
Oh yeah, I saw one of the guys was actually recording that, and he put it up on YouTube, and I watched the footage, and I didn't really get to see anything
Antonio,
that. Yeah,
that was his
Antonio.
name. Shout out to
Yeah,
Antonio.
yeah, he posted it on YouTube, and I saw some of the footage. Although I didn't get to really see anything that I was doing, because I'm true to my name. You couldn't see me.
Yeah. Oh, also, Blink do not show his face at all. It's always strictly his mask, strictly his gear on. You will never see this man in person, but you will know he's there. Trust me.
Yeah, you'll know because you blink and your half of your team's gone.
But nah, man, you were definitely a strong warrior, bro. I have to say that, man. I have seen you have my back countless times. I have seen you move out by yourself countless times, man. And just seeing that, it amazes me. Like, and that's why I had to think of this topic as moving forward because you move forward, bro. You actually stay ready. Like, you can take lead, you can take charge, or you can just sit back and watch R6 all day long, but you're always there.
Yeah, it depends on what I need to do. You got to be flexible like that on a team.
And I know the Terror Killers, I was once part of that team as well. And just how was it, just being part of the team, man? Like, what made you join?
What made me join? Well, I was roughing one day at Crusader Paintball, and I saw you guys playing, and the way that you guys were like moving on the field and your formations and stuff and your tactics, it all I have found it pretty amazing. So I got in touch with one of you, and I was like, yo, I maybe want to join your team, and
Mm.
and then I think a few weeks later, I went out with you guys to OTP, and we played there.
Okay. Now, was it the MagFed event or was this a regular walk on?
I think it was a MagFed event. I remember it.
Okay. Wow, that was some long, that was some time ago actually. I remember that like the back of my head actually. It was crazy, you know. Yeah, that was the first time we actually moved out together actually. But this is before I even recruited you. We actually played on a walk on first, I believe. The walk on first.
Yeah, and then we went to our first MagFed event together after that.
After that, because that's when you actually proved to me that you're trustworthy. You're the guy that I need on this team. And the fact that we took out, I think it was the first map we played was, I believe it was Town. I'm sorry, not Town, AutoZone. We played AutoZone together.
Yeah, it
I
was
remember
AutoZone.
that.
I remember that. We were in the little bunker together.
Yeah, and we took
And
out a few guys, a lot of guys actually. I think we was the last two standing, if I'm not mistaken. Last
I
two
believe
standing.
so. And then I got bunkered by a speedballer. I remember.
Yeah. Wow. I remember like it was yesterday. I believe it was 30 on 30, right? 30 on,
30
I think
on
it was
30
30.
at AutoZone. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 30 on 30. And I believe we was the last two on our team versus I think about 4 or 5 speedballers. But we managed to still fight them off until, like you said, you got bunkered, which led to me getting bunkered right afterwards. But that's just the whole point. We stood and held our ground in the midst of that fighting, in the midst of that battle. Most people
Yeah.
would run. Most people would just say, "You know what? I'm gonna give up." But me and you proved to me that you can hang in that fight.
Yeah, that's right. Like my philosophy is if you're in a fight, even if it looks grim, you could pull out unexpectedly. You could just triumph. And if you give up on yourself, then you're absolutely destroying the possibility of you pulling out of that.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Because
actually
I've
true.
been in situations where, it was like maybe reduced to 1v, I don't know, 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah.
Like I remember I used to play a Crusader a lot when I still worked there because after my shift I could just have my gear in the trunk of my car and then get on playing.
Mm.
And there have been times where like I would just move up by myself and I would get out like half the whole team.
So I know for you, you actually went and fought a lot of people. Just give me like a little background, bro. Give the people a little background of just how is it, how was it for you, man? Just fighting, just going through it. What goes through your mind in these battles when it's just you or another guy or maybe 3 guys? Like what goes in your mind?
What goes on my mind is, well, I take note of where they are and what possible maneuvers they can take to move up on me, and what possible maneuvers I can take to get the drop on them, or like just generally just a strategy sort of thing.
Mm.
And like you mean if it's by myself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's by myself and like it's a 1v3 or something, like I said, I take note of where they are and how they can move up on me, where I can go, where I can camouflage, where I can hide at so that they don't see me.
Mm.
Because, like it's not a secret to anyone who's fairly experienced in paintball, but if you try to take on a group of multiple people head on by yourself, that is a horrible idea.
Yeah.
And you're going to get out very quickly.
Wow. Because there actually been times where you have watched me do that. You have watched me take over or take out
Oh,
a
yeah.
full team actually. You
Yeah,
know.
I've seen that at Picasso, dude. You hit under the bridge and like everyone was trying to find you,
Mm.
but you kept killing them as they were coming along. That was a great one. I was actually astonished seeing that. I'm like, damn, he just took out a whole team by himself.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. A lot of people when they see me, they always tell me Lone Wolf fits you, rather than a Predator. And that was one of my names. My first name actually was a Predator.
I remember that.
Predator, and I don't know, man. I had to. I feel like I just had to change up, man. I had to embrace my purpose more, because you have a gift, and I don't know, man. I've always had this type of gift inside of me, but just being out in that field is amazing. It brings me joy. You know,
Me too. And honestly, it sucks that I haven't been able to go out.
yeah. Because if I'm mistaken, you was going through a few things in your life, man. Talk a little about that. I remember a point of your life. You was going through a depression. I'm gonna say, with losing family members,
Oh yeah.
um, having a little financial problem. How did you manage to get back on your feet?
Well, let's actually get started with first things first, because like back in in the middle of my time joining the team around April of last year, my cat that I had since I was 7 years old died, and that put me through a pretty big depression for a while.
Yeah.
And in that time, I turned to my religion, I turned to God, and that's what kept me afloat there. And then later that year, I lost some family members to COVID, and I lost my aunt to cancer.
Mm.
And like that was in November, and I was going like back and forth to Connecticut, so I
Okay.
wasn't able to make it on the field most of the time.
Wow. And you being on that field, how did you channel all of that emotion and anger into the field?
Well, I didn't, because if you get too emotional on the field, well, for one, it'll get the better of you,
Right.
and two, you know, what is it? I was gonna put this a certain way, but I forgot. Oh yeah, now I know. But basically, like when I get on the field, I just try to keep all that stuff in the back of my mind. I try not to think about it because, like I said, if I get emotional on the field, then I'm just gonna just do stupid shit.
Yeah.
And also, paintball is a spot that I go to have fun, not to worry about that sort of thing.
It's your therapy session. And a lot of people call it
Essentially, yeah,
therapy. Call it therapy session. Wow.
better than it works better than actual therapy.
Well, I know for a lot of people, people have went through that. During COVID, it was going through like a big depression. They was going through a lot of being laid off of work, losing jobs,
Oh yeah,
just losing a lot of things in this period. Losing things period. In life, and paintball saved a lot of people, and I am a witness of that. Paintball definitely saved me from a lot of things as well. Paintball is a positive thing, positive sport, that I enjoy, and that I enjoy being around other brothers that love it as well.
right.
And I know for us, and we still do have a brotherhood, you know, even as not being on a team or off the team, we're still a brother. We show that brother love and respect always.
That's true.
And I know for us, we have that bond. We have that bond like no other. We know how to support each other. We know how to stay strong and stay active.
That's right, and
Support.
even off the field too.
Yeah.
I remember that one time at I forget the name of the place. How did I forget? Which one was Dark Ops?
Dark Op. That was, I believe, Cousins
Yeah,
paintball.
Cousins. Yeah, when we were at Cousins, I
Manchester.
remember. I don't drive 2 hours to drive somebody home for nothing.
Oh wow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
that
that,
was
man.
a like on getting you back and then getting myself back. That was a full like 2 hours of driving, and honestly, I have no regrets.
No. That was crazy. I actually got into a crazy accident around that time. and I
You
was
told
going
me
through
about
it.
that, yeah. And
Yeah,
did you go to court for that already?
yeah, it's already taken care of. All that stuff is dealt with. They've been over with, I think, a few months now. But yeah, I had a crazy situation with that, man. That threw me off a lot, But I realized in the midst of that situation that a better version of me came out, and thank God I'm here and I'm alive.
I know, me too. And I thank God you're here. I thank God that everybody's here.
Yeah, you have to, because we're living in days where people are not seeing that. You know, you could be here today and be gone tomorrow.
That's right.
You know, and I know us. We're big on our religion, our lifestyle, which is being a Christian, and I know that makes us better men.
That's true. I mean, I did tell you a little bit ago, I turned to religion in my time of darkness.
Yeah, yeah. He told me that, and it's amazing when someone is going through life and they don't know how to turn or where to turn to. But God always got us. God always knows how to bring us back. Because that seed is planted inside of us for a reason. But it's up to us to water it. God always said, "I'll meet you, but you have to meet me halfway." You know.
That's true. I mean, there's a reason they say God only helps those who help themselves because,
Yeah.
if you pray for something, it's not going to come to you overnight. You have to work for it.
Yeah. You
Then
have you
it'll
have to
come
work
into your
for it.
hands.
Yeah. The Bible says, if the man don't work, the man don't eat. You have to work for what you want. So if you want something in life, you have to go for it. It's very important, man. I definitely understand that 100%. Wow, Blink. I actually got a question for you, man.
What's up?
Um, so your home field at Crusaders.
Yep.
I actually been there. I've been there one time. Of course, I remember us being there. That's a small field, bro.
I know.
You,
The
so
reason it's my home field is because it's the closest one to me.
yeah, but how did you
And
manage that though? Like, how did you manage playing a small field like that versus playing at on target fields, Picasso Lake fields, even skirmish? Skirmish is actually one of the biggest fields in NPA. So how did you manage playing from a small field to a huge field?
well, a good amount of it is, like I said before, strategizing is the number one thing that you're going to want to get down if you want to get into paintball. Because if you go on the field with no strategy, you're done. It's
Yeah.
over. And that's something a lot of people that are newer to paintball don't really get until later. Like, you got to have a plan when you go on the field, or else, like, the guy who does have a plan is going to get you.
Right. So for
And
you,
and
you
for
started
me,
off, yeah,
uh, yeah, for me, like going from a small field to much bigger fields was really just as simple as like memorizing the layout and coming up with plans that are based around that layout. Because there have been times that I went to OTP by myself too,
mm,
and I went with a family friend once. I remember I went on Castle, and one thing that I did was, well, I had my ghillie hood on, so I managed to go into the side woods, and I sniped most of the people that were around that are outside the castle. And I went in the sniper tower, did that. Like sniped some people that were in the castle.
yeah,
Then I moved in, and with the help was somebody that was on my team. We started clearing the castle. Although didn't really, that guy was kind of new to paintball. He didn't really know what to do, perhaps. So
yeah.
I did end up getting clapped, but I mean, I was pretty close to winning,
Mm.
and I think we did win in the end.
What style can you say you use paintball?
What style I use paintball?
Yeah, what style do you use on the field when playing Max at paintball?
It really depends because, well, it depends on the situation. It depends on the field layout. Depends on who I'm going up against, and how I plan on going up against them. Like in short, it's very situational. I may choose to be aggressive. I may choose to like stay back and snipe or go on the sideline and sneak and then get up behind the enemy. I might choose to play my cards carefully, like especially against speedballers.
Mm.
Yeah, because they have the advantage and because they can just keep dumping paint at you and keep you down.
So I know for us, I remember at one point in time me being the leader of TK. Um,
That was actually a matter of debate. that
and
was part of the reason I feel like most people got turned off from Terror Killers because there was that whole contest for the crown between you and Kyle.
that's another story for now. But
Yeah.
what I meant to say is, when I was being a leader on the field, because I just wasn't, I only wasn't leading you and the guys, I was leading everybody. All the MagFed players, anyone that was behind me, I would lead to the front line. But I know our strategy was always a small man team, always a 4-man team, 2-man team, and 6-man team. But the question I have to ask you is, when being on a 4-man team or a 6-man team, and you got a team full of 15 to 20 people, how what was your mindset like? What did you stage like? Being in that situation.
Well, coordination with your own guys is definitely the key to success because, like, part of how I got better at MagFed and playing on a team was actually reading up on small unit tactics and formations. And it would have had all kinds of things that involve working with a team of like say 2, 4, 6 amount of players.
Mm.
Well, not players, but yeah, I think you get what I mean.
Yeah.
But that against a team of say 15 dudes is definitely the key to it, and formation is everything, and how you move up on the field, and like if you're against 15 guys, one mistake, you're done.
Yeah.
Because they outnumber you over double.
Because we've been in situations where the whole right side would be taken out, but we would have the whole left side left. And it would, and 9 out of 10, there was always our guys. And also we would have a few other guys behind us or in front of us. Basically we'd be surrounded, I'm gonna say. Like what was the mentality like?
Well, are you talking about that time at Picasso when?
No, just in general. Just in general. Like, what's your mentality like when being in that situation?
My mentality in that sort of situation would be like, okay, if I'm surrounded, then I gotta wait and see who comes at me first and take them out. And I also gotta like find a position possibly like in cover or something.
Yeah.
That covers me from as much as I need to be covered. Like that one time at Picasso when I was coming out of the sewer thing.
Yeah.
And I come out, I was surrounded on all sides. And like there was a guy that was in front of me, and you got to take care of the guys that have you in the open first. And that's why I was shooting at that one guy in front of me, because after I came out and I started shooting at the people to my left, I looked in front of me, I saw him, and he saw me, and I knew that I had to take him out because he has a clear shot on me.
Okay. So I know in situations that we were in, we had to really move forward. We couldn't even backpedal backwards. We was always based off of moving forward. Like our guys, whenever we in a tight jam, we always had to move forward. No matter how many people was in front of us or behind us, we had to take out what's in front of us first. And I know us being on a squad together, I always sent guys videos of CQB. Explain a little bit about that. Just having just watching these videos, I was sending guys or sending to you, Blink. What knowledge and information and what studies you got from that? Like what strategy you got from that?
Well, particularly from the videos that you send us on CQB and like small unit tactics, one thing that I got, well, I got basic CQB down, and like checking your corners, like pieing corners before you enter the rooms.
Yeah.
And I also would say that I got down like some certain things, like how to move in with your guys when you're doing CQB, and also how to position people while you're doing your small unit tactics.
Yeah. Because I know for us, I always had guys, get together, not bunch up, but shoulder to shoulder. Gun always up. Always like you said, check your pie, your angles. Your orient check. These are things that I have people doing. And just me sending you these videos, like how far did it take you? Like how can they be used on the field? Because you can have all that knowledge, but not do on the field.
That's true. It all depends on how you apply that knowledge.
Yeah. Because I know for us, whenever we would come out, we would train first a little bit on certain things, checking things. A lot of times we would go out on the field first, get a couple rounds in, come back, and we would talk about the mistakes.
That's true. I remember MagFed at Pinnacle. One thing was working on comms, because like I thought that they told me to go somewhere else, and that got me shot.
Yeah, communication.
Yep. And another thing that happened at Pinnacle before you guys showed up, and while I was still doing walk-ons, was what was it? Oh yeah, like I was moving up with some people, and one of them threw smoke. And the funny part is, I don't think they realized that I could see them moving up through the smoke. Because you still kind of need cover, or like you can't be in the middle of the actual smoke. Because there was this one guy that was taking cover behind a tree in the smoke, and I saw his hopper come out from the tree. I shot him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, your angles was on point. I do remember, now that you mentioned it, I do remember at Pinnacle, we did a defend the castle, and our the guys that we was with, then our guys, we actually held down the castle, and the target, the tangos, they had to come forward and try to take it over. And I never forget this, but I do remember me and you, we stood shoulder to shoulder. I believe Will, who was known as Bounty Hunter, he took the left hand side himself with his box mag. And I do remember we shot
a
few people.
Yeah, talking about the time when someone threw a grenade in, you grabbed me by the boot and pulled me back.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Well, it wasn't by the boot, Blake, but it was. I think I grabbed your plate carrier first. But yeah, I pulled you back for sure. I had. You gotta save your guy. He's got out of that situation. But
yeah, because like with how I was laying prone, I knew I wouldn't be able to stand up in time to get away.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just thinking, okay, I'm fucked. And then you grabbed me and pulled me back, and I heard an explosion in the room. I'm like, yo, did he just pull me back?
Yeah, I have saved a lot of people. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it, it's like, wow.
Yeah, that felt real too, because of how because of how loud everything was in the castle itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we started at the top and everybody started shooting and it was loud as hell in there.
Man, how realistic is MagFed paintball into the real world?
I can't really testify to that because I've never actually been in a shooter situation in real life and I'm not ex-military. But there are people in MagFed who are ex-military themselves, and I guess I could see how that can transfer over because, I've also seen videos where the Army uses MagFed for training.
Yeah, you do. But for us, I know we're regular civilians, but we also love what we love, which is MagFed paintball. And some of us we have what we have, just for a situation in real life. But just having that mentality in paintball. I know it's paintball, of course, we all know that, but that training, that realistic on the field, having those different shootouts, trading shots back and forth. How does all that play in a part?
How is all that playing a part to what?
How it can be used into reality?
I guess it can give you knowledge on like how to reload quicker. It can give you knowledge on like some CQB tactics, for example. Like if you're in a situation where you have to defend your home from someone who breaks in, you could use some things that you learn from MagFed, and those could translate into how you defend your home. Like for example, not too long ago, I got an AR-15, and so obviously MagFed could influence how I use that in a defensive situation. Although I hope it never has to come to that.
Right. But I know. I'm not going to say we're going to put a situation like that. But I know the way the world is today. It's very scary out here, and you have to be. You just gotta stay ready. You gotta be frosty in every situation because you never know what could happen.
Exactly.
So,
I with how things are going, you could get clapped at the grocery store.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Although
Wow.
I still got to work on getting a concealed carry license.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I'm old enough for it in PA, so I could do it. It's just all the paperwork you need for it and all that. It's tedious as hell.
Well, listen, I definitely advise you to go for it, man. It's nothing like having that license to carry, and it's legal, so it won't hurt at all.
True, although I don't have a pistol to use that for, so yet at least.
Yeah. So, wow, Blank, man, I have another question for you, man.
What's up?
Tell me more about, or tell me this. Tell me more about how that chain, like, can you tell us a time where the chain has been broken?
What do you mean by that?
So let me break it down to you. I know in times where we had to stay back for a second, and our guys was taken out. You got other guys taken out as well, and our chain was basically broken. But we was the last sign of defense.
Well,
How did you handle that?
it all comes down to adapting to your situation.
Yeah. When you say adapting, what do you mean by that?
As in, like, you got to know, if one of your guys goes down, you got to know how to like how to work with the guys that you have. So, let's say you have a team of 4, 2 of them get taken out. You got to know how to cooperate and work with that like other second guy, or else you're gonna go down and get overwhelmed.
So, how do you communicate to guys when knowing that you don't know them and you don't know how they are, how their style are, but you see like they're with you, like they're side by side, how do you just communicate with these guys?
All right, I try to be as clear as possible with them, and I try to like let's say we're like trying to like split up the team so that we can get them on all sides. I tell them, okay, like squads of three, pick your men, let's do it. That's not exactly what I'll say, but it really depends because it could also be like if we're defending a spot, I could be like, okay, we need this many guys on this side, this many guys on that side, and like if we're moving up, it could be like, okay, we need to do we need to do a certain formation,
Yeah.
like have like some guys on this position, some guys there.
What can you say? If you was to be put right now in chain of command, how would you handle that, and how would you lead guys?
Well, if I was put in an actual position of chain in command, well, for one, I would like. Are you talking about like on a paintball team or just in general?
In general.
All right, yeah. If I was placed at like a high spot in a chain of command, I would do my best to like get to know the people that I'm working with, and I would make sure to what's it? Oh yeah, I would also make sure to. How do I put this? Oh yeah, I would also make sure to like get to know them, how they communicate, and like understand how they work and what their strengths and weaknesses are, and apply like and I would apply all of those accordingly.
Yeah. Okay. Another question for you. Can you tell us when you have used the chain in command to your advantage? Have you ever like used that?
Well, I mean, I am somewhat of a natural leader in the sense that like if you give me some guys and like we're somewhat disorganized, I'm the first guy that steps up to take charge most of the time. So let's say I'm in charge of like let's say I'm on a team like just on a walk-ons, and all it is just some guys that are like say rentals, like
Yeah.
people that are new to the game, don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like I'll step up and be like, okay guys, like I know how this works. They're gonna try and do this. They're gonna try and go here, and I'm gonna need you guys to trust me, and I'm gonna need like some guys to like keep moving up on the one side on the middle, and I'm gonna need some of you to follow me.
Mm. Nice, nice, nice. Blank man, you are definitely a leader, man. I tell you that. And it's crazy. Even though you have always been under my leadership, but I've always seen potential in you of being a leader. I have always seen how you command things, definitely call out things. You've been in situations where we called out things. I mean, you called things out on my end, and boom, it was on point. And the fact that you know how to move out, man, it's like you could definitely have a team one day of your own. And I would definitely encourage that, but in order to do that, you definitely got to find yourself first. You got to find your purpose in this and have to walk in it.
Yeah, and I would also have to find some other MagFed people who don't already have a team.
That too, man. That too. Like I said, man, you can always come to when that's okay, man. I think now we got over 90, if I'm not mistaken, 90 members.
Yeah, you said that you guys are at OTP every weekend or something?
No. They go to OTP MagFed event every month. The home field is definitely Long Live Paintball though, for sure. They go there from time to time.
Nice. I remember the time we went there. and we
Yeah,
were doing practice against our own team.
yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
You actually went there a few weeks ago to the MagFest Society event. That was great, man. First time playing MagFest there with other MagFest players. But there's it's mainly speedballer guys there, but it was great experience for me. Just playing at the fields and stuff. Really, um, yeah, man. Great team, great guys, man. Shout out to the whole One SOK, New Jersey, New York, PA, and Connecticut. Those are my brothers right there.
They got a Connecticut team too.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh wow! As far as I know, I think Terra Killers only has one chapter.
Yeah. One chapter. But yeah, man. One SOK, man. That's a good squad, great squad. Shout out to my guy Junski, man. Shout out to
Junski?
Rude Boy. Rude Boy.
Oh, Rude Boy's official member now.
Oh yeah, he's been an official member. Rude Boy's actually today's his birthday. Congrats on your birthday, bro. I know you're watching this. Congrats.
You know, I'm gonna text him right now.
Yeah, that's my brother, man, from another mother for sure. Always has been, always will be. Great guy on and off the field. Dude is dope. But yeah, Blink, man. It's definitely an honor, man, to have you on my podcast, bro. I just got one more question for you before I let you go. What advice do you have to get to people who want to rise in rank? And what wisdom can you give to someone who wants to join paintball, even MagFed or a speedballer?
Well, for one, sorry, I didn't hear half of that. I was actually texting Rude Boy.
Basically, I was saying what wisdom or what rank can you tell someone, people that wants to get into paintball? If they're a beginner.
If they're a beginner, I would tell them never go on the field without a plan, and get a group of people that you can trust. Go out with them regularly, like as regularly as you can for paintball. I know it's expensive.
Yeah.
And just generally just get a good feel for it, and like memorize the fields and memorize routes that you can take. Like for example, at Crusader Paintball, if you go to like the Predator map and you go into the woods that are on the side and you're able to sneak up all through there, you could actually get behind the team that's on the other side, because it's a path that leads directly into their spawn.
Yeah. Wow. Well, you've heard it. Oh, I have to mention OTP MagFed event is this Saturday, man. This Saturday. I can't wait to go there. Can't wait to be there. Should be fun.
Yeah, it should. Although I won't really be able to go there because like my mom's gonna be gone. I gotta take care of the new cat.
Understandable, Blink. Definitely understandable, man. But yeah, we definitely gotta get back on the field one of these days, brother. Man, I can't wait to have you back on the field, man. It's fun playing with you, man.
It's a great playing with you too, dude.
Fun playing with you, man. But yeah, man, let's definitely do a part 2 again, bro, and go from there, man.
Yeah. When do you think you'll be on the field next after that?
I don't know. I know this summer I have a few plans, but I know there's a lot of big events coming up. I know I did see Hercules. Shout out to Hercules. He's coming next on my podcast, hopefully.
But, Hercules was cool.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I remember beating him at Pinnacle.
Yeah, he's having a big.
Although he was a little upset with me because I didn't stay for the night game because I was tired.
That's okay. It happens. We all get tired.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has a big game though. I think it's June 5th, I believe, at Cousins Paintball.
What? Oh, Cousins?
Yeah, Cousins Paintball.
I might check that out. But because I'm actually right now I really haven't been doing too much. Although I actually might be getting a new job soon.
Nice.
Yeah, I got another interview like next week. Like I could be working as an IT intern at a school district.
Cool. Great. Nice, brother. Definitely nice, man. Well, listen, Blaine, I ain't gonna hold you up too long, man. It's great having you on my podcast, bro. Definitely gotta do a part two, man. Um, we're always, of course, always in contact. So, yeah, man, let's get out on that field soon, bro. Gotta get some headshots, man. First strikes only.
If we can get any.
They're around. You just gotta find and look for them.
Yeah.
But all right, time to go. Everyone, thanks for being on my podcast, man. Don't want to forget this. My heat press business is up and running. Can't wait. I just made my first. I actually made my first shirt, and it came out great. So I will be selling paintball shirts and other businesses very soon. So this is a start. So everything is, just goes up from there. So stay tuned for that. And peace.
All right. Yeah, it was great seeing you again. It was great talking.